People often think that if an animal speaks a language, right? Animals don't speak language. Sure, if they're exposed to a language and words in a language enough, they're going to pick up on it and remember those words and recognize them, learn correlations. But generally speaking, when we're telepathically connecting to animals, it is in the universal language of energy. It doesn't matter what country they're in or what language they're exposed to. So I was able to connect with Kuzma just fine, even though he lived in Ukraine and only knew Russian. I had a crazy session with one of my ex-English students the other day. Her name's Natasha. She's Russian, but lived in Ukraine. She asked me if it would be possible for me to connect to her childhood cat who died in Ukraine when she was like 15 or 16 years old, called Kuzma. He used to go out every night for an evening stroll and then come back. And one night he just never came back. She told me that she cried for like years after his passing, and it always tortured her not knowing what happened to him. So I told her I couldn't make any promises, but I would do my best to connect with Kuzma, who died 39 years ago in 1986, which was 3 years before I was born, and never heard a word of English in his life. So I connected with Kuzma. I kind of saw what he was seeing through his eyes. I got the sense that he was a very curious, explorative cat. Slowly over time, he started to explore farther and farther away from his apartment. One day he strolled upon this field. It looks like a park, and on the side of the park is a forested area. I kind of just got the sense at dusk a fox came out of nowhere and very stealthily like snatched Kuzma and put its mouth around its neck and quickly killed him. Natasha asked me if he experienced any pain, and I got the sense that it was very, very quick, because these types of predators, they know how to take an animal down quickly. He was able to send me lots of loving messages to pass on to Natasha, and that he is still with her even after all of these years. Nearly 40 years later, he is sending her cardinals as a sign that he's still around. And now that she's in Germany, there are tons of cardinals. He mentioned that she does see them on her walk to her German language school every day. Kuzma told me that when his mom, Natasha, came home from school every day, she was in high school, he would wait high up in their apartment window, and she could see him from the apartment and be like, Kuzma! He was always there waiting at the time that she would come home from school. It was kind of their ritual. He described his personality for me, which Natasha confirmed. He said that back then in 1986 in Ukraine, they didn't really have cat toys. They just used things around the house like, you know, cardboard boxes, string, crumpled up pieces of paper. And he described how Natasha would crumple up pieces of paper and throw them across the room, and he would chase them. How she would fold him into a box and then like go like this on the box, and then you go like this. You know, the things cats do that are hilarious. She confirmed everything, and I think it is incredible that a piece of our animal souls are still with us. Love is eternal. Our bonds with our animals are eternal. Don't ever doubt that.